If you've been digging, turning, and composting like crazy but still can't get that deep, dark, fertile soil you see in professional gardens, stop. The secret isn't more work, it's less. There's a low-effort, high-impact soil-building method that professional growers and homesteaders have quietly relied on for decades, and it doesn't involve backbreaking digging or waiting months for a compost pile to break down. This method is called in situ composting, also known as lasagna layering, and it's one of the fastest, laziest, and most natural ways to turn lifeless dirt into living soil. Once you understand how to build this underground ecosystem right where your plants grow, you'll never look at composting or soil prep the same way again. Most gardeners think soil is just a growing medium, but it's actually a living community. Under every square foot, billions of microorganisms, fungi, bacteria, worms, and nematodes are constantly working to feed your plants. You see, the problem is when you dig or turn the soil, you destroy their delicate tunnels and oxygen pathways, and when you move organic material off to a compost pile, you're exporting all that potential fertility instead of letting it happen where it belongs, in your garden beds. In situ composting, well, it solves both problems at once. You're feeding the soil right where it lives, without ever flipping a shovel. Instead of hauling kitchen scraps to a bin or buying pre-made compost, you layer organic materials directly on your garden bed. These layers mimic nature's forest floor, fallen leaves, decaying plants, and animal waste all breaking down slowly in place. The beauty of this system is that you're building soil while plants grow. Microbes feed from the top down, earthworms pull material deeper, and within a few weeks that trash transforms into rich, crumbly humus teeming with life. Think of it like this: you're making compost right under your mulch, silently, continuously, and effortlessly. Let's build your first soil lasagna. No shovel required. Step 1. Choose your spot. Pick any garden bed or patch of soil you want to improve. It can be planted or empty. This works for both. If it's weedy, just cut the weeds at the base instead of pulling them. Their roots will decompose naturally, adding structure and carbon to your soil. Step 2. Start with a brown base layer. Lay down a thick layer, about 2 to 3 inches, of carbon-rich material like cardboard, dry leaves, or shredded paper. Step 3. Add your green layer. Next, spread a mix of nitrogen-rich material, kitchen scraps, grass clippings, coffee grounds, or fresh plant trimmings. Step 4. Sprinkle some soil or compost. This part is totally optional. Adding a thin layer of existing soil or finished compost helps introduce microbes and, really speeds up the breakdown. You can actually skip this step if you're patient, because nature will go ahead and populate it on its own. Step 5. Top it with mulch. Just finish with about 2 inches of straw, leaves, or wood chips. This locks in moisture, keeps pests away, and, honestly, helps prevent odors too. The top layer also acts like a protective blanket, maintaining the perfect temperature and humidity for decomposition. Step 6. Keep it moist. Water it gently once or twice a week. Moisture activates the microbial activity that drives this process. Within 4 to 6 weeks, your bed will be warm, spongy, and alive. That's it. No turning, no waiting for a pile to finish, and no hauling buckets of compost. After just 1 month, your soil will start darkening. Earthworms will move in fast, creating tunnels that aerate the soil naturally. The texture becomes fluffy and rich, like chocolate cake. By the second month, your garden's water retention will double, and your plants will respond with stronger roots and greener foliage. Unlike fast-acting fertilizers, this system builds long-term fertility that only improves year after year. So, at this point, you'll notice you barely need to fertilize anymore because your soil is now making its own nutrients. In situ composting works because it combines the two most important forces in soil regeneration: decomposition and protection. By layering instead of mixing, you preserve the natural soil structure, the fungal networks, worm tunnels, and air pockets that allow everything to thrive. You're not just creating compost, you're creating a living soil reactor. If you've ever been frustrated with hard, dead soil that just won't hold moisture or grow strong plants, stop digging and start layering. The solution isn't more fertilizer or more effort, it's less interference. Your garden can feed itself if you give it the raw materials and let nature take over. So before you grab that shovel or start another compost pile, remember, the best fertilizer factory is already beneath your feet. You just have to turn it on.